Why do you want to be here? Why do you love space? Why do you love being a part of history?
We're going back to the frickin' moon, that's why.
10, 9, 8, 7. RS-25 engines lit. 4, 3, 2, 1. Booster ignition. And liftoff. The crew of Artemis II now bound for the moon. Humanity's next great voyage begins.
Good roll pitch.
Roger, roll pitch.
Houston now controlling the flight of Integrity on the Artemis II mission around the moon.
Integrity, AMT high.
AMT high.
On time passing 30 seconds into the flights. Integrity passes the alternate beacon. Target milestone. Mission Control Houston seeing good performance on 4 main engines. Space Launch System core stage. Integrity, 3 miles in altitude. Traveling more than 1,200 miles per hour.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another edition of D&V Investigations. And oh my God, I can't tell you how much I love that stuff. Oh my gosh, I wasn't even able to watch it live. I was so bummed. I was rushing home from work. I know it's right downstairs, but it just took forever, and I missed it by like 4 minutes. And I was so bummed out. All I got left with was these 2 broads sitting on the live stream talking. So I had to go looking everywhere for clips. It is so great. And that kid, we're going to the fucking moon. How much better can it get? Am I a little tiny quiet? I can up myself a little bit. Is that going to be better? Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and turn the music back on too. Just 'cause we should have a little bit. But yeah. Oh my gosh, that was so great. We got a lot today. We do. 'Cause, yeah, that failed. Oh my God. Is this... It is such a fucking shit show, this For the Fans Fest, and I knew it was gonna be, and I was telling everybody, oh yeah, this is gonna be a shit show. So, is that better? Thank you. I saw you there, Morg. Hello. Welcome. The fake producer is in the house, so everybody behave. He's blue. So is Thomas Royaloop. I wish we could change mods to green, because that would be so much better. Old joke that nobody's gonna fucking get. But yeah, the bottle openers will be a great collector's item. Hail M. Runner. Boy. Yeah, I got some things to say about him later, too. Boy. Woo! There's actually quite a bit. A few things I wanted to talk about. I know. Let's see if I can even remember what they all are. Let me go ahead and transition to this dumpster fire round. And people, some crazy shit's going down, and I have no idea why my chat isn't keeping up. Hold on just a second. Oh, because I think I hit pause. Let's see. I have no idea. I'm not gonna worry about it. So, dumpster fire round. Here's me not highlighting chats that I want to, and I'm gonna have to look at them on the big screen. Yeah. Hi, Angela. Hello, Aldous. And I saw you in there, Snuggie, too. I'm gonna start with Canada. I know, it's not my usual dumpster fire round thing, but did you guys see this shit? Oh my God, this was some unbelievable stuff, man. They had, their political party had a meeting. They had a meeting, people, and oh, good God.
There's a point of privilege on microphone 1, then we'll go to microphone 3. Go ahead, delegate.
Yes, hello. I was standing here with my gender equity card before you called on the previous speaker. That's my point of privilege that I would like to raise.
I will explain the speaking order, which is fixed, that I cannot amend, which is the pro-con rotation. You can move yourself up a line that you're standing in.
I am pro, and I was...
We went...
You went pro, con,
We went pro-con, pro, and my plan was to go con. The speaker at con mic 3 also has a speaking card.
Yesterday, this card was used in an inappropriate manner. And while I understand in Ontario we note this as equity, even if that, this was also used inappropriately in terms of gender. I want everyone to be mindful that these cards for individuals like myself who identify as a Black woman have no value outside of this space.
No value outside of this space. Wow. Just, yeah. Because that is just not real life, girl. None of it is. I have my little card. My little card tells me what order I can speak in. And oh, you're not honoring my little special card. I thought it was a comedy skit. Yeah, Angela, I actually did. At first, I thought there's just no fucking way. But it fucking way is. Yeah. Yeah. And then, boy, you guys. Yeah, I'm sorry. But Vonster is giving up on Indiegogo and Kickstarter. Man, it must have been such a fucking blow for him to lose that cover competition. The one that he shouldn't even have been in the first place. Ethan, on the first stream, he says, yeah, we're gonna, there's a limit, guys. There's a limit. This cover, you have to be eligible for this fucking cover that I'm drawing because of a benefactor. Yeah, an anonymous benefactor. I think I guessed who it is, but I'm not even going to speculate on stream because that just seems kind of unfair and stupid, especially if I end up being wrong. But, yeah, your campaign, you cannot have had a campaign that made $100,000. Von Klaus made like 106 or 108K on Monster MD. He should have been disqualified to begin with. And then the part 1 where he's got, oh God, what is the little dude's name? The weird Greek guy with the bad bleached hair. He's sitting there, and the he-punk guy, and he's there the entire fucking stream. Like, he's one of the contestants. He should not be on your fucking stream, bruh. At all. He just shouldn't be there. It is so wrong to have him there reminding people, oh gosh, something is flashing at me and I don't know why. All I know is my Stream Ninja isn't letting me highlight chats because since the very first one it stopped. But yeah, so he's tempted, you guys, to cancel both of his Terror in the Trenches campaigns right now because he's got one on Indiegogo and he's got one on Kickstarter. And it doesn't look good, guys. It doesn't look good. And he's thinking maybe he'll just launch on Fund My Comic or what Shane will be putting out. Because the whole thing is just unprofessional and insane. Okay. Well, how bad is it, Vaughn? It's pretty fucking bad, people. He hasn't even made 3K. It just opened. Like, the campaign just opened. It is 45 days left on Kickstarter, where it's a little bit better. But I thought, like, the max campaign you could have on Kickstarter was 45 days. So he managed to make this in a few days? Oops. That was not me. Oh my goodness. It's like, oh, connect your encoder. My encoder is connected. And I have no idea if you guys can still hear me. You can. There may be buffering. I'm not fucking with it. But that's what it says. I may be buffering. I've been having some issues with my internet, so sorry. But yeah, so that's what's going on with Vaughn. And then we've got Shane. Truly embarrassing. I saw this on Twitter. I'm gonna go ahead and open another window and see if I can watch my own stream, make sure it's still going, because I have no idea. It says it is. It says I'm still live. Alright. Anyway. Okay. Anyway, Shane, I saw this on Student of God's Twitter earlier today, and so here's him malding. I'm not going to play the whole thing because it's 5 minutes long, but he started like he's acting like a total pussy over PTP again.
And then he went to CrossGen, and then he eventually did the Action Bible thing once CrossGen busted up. But he was one of the CrossGen people, and somehow Patrick has convinced that guy, turn that off. And he shared booth space with him at Tampa. That's what got me thinking about Kelsey. He's convinced the guy who did Action Bible, and keep in mind, I can walk into a Walmart today and still pull this book off the shelf. I saw it at Target the other day. The book has never not been in print since like 2010 in a box store. Like, I can walk into a physical fucking store and buy this, and I think he even made a.
And this is why Shane has talked about this more than once. Like, this isn't the only time he was complaining about it. And it's because Action Bible is still available fucking everywhere. Everywhere. Walmart, CVS sometimes, like Barnes and Noble, any fucking bookstore, or any place that sells books, sells Action Bible. It hasn't been out of print since I have a copy, right? Like, who doesn't? So he's all upset because PTP is going to be doing the Book of Enoch. Now, here's the kicker. Normally, they'd start, I don't know, being hypercritical about PTP's art, but they can't. They can't, because PTP is writing the book. He's not doing the art. The art is being done by Sergio Cariello. It's being colored by Matt Yackey. Right. So they have nothing they can complain about the book, aside from the fact that it's connected to PTP. That's it. it is so incredibly sad. It really is. I saw on Twitter Yanzi talking about how they met their goal with the Inglorious Rex 2 or 3 or whatever fucking book this is, the Second Chance campaign for Inglorious Rex. And so they're gonna do a review of one of Eric July's comics. Like, why? People, just concentrate on your own shit. And yes, Aldous, they both Sergio and Yaki are good people. I agree. And I just start worrying about your own fucking shit, Shane. Like, just do, man. Why are you taking... You have to take Ethan's shtick. The review shtick, I mean. That's not yours, that's Ethan's, dude. You don't review books, ever. You barely even sell books. I know you read them, Shane. I know you're a fan of comics. Far more than Ethan can actually say. But... come on, bruh. And then, man, Yanzi and Shane really need to work on getting closer to being on the same page, because today Yanzi tweeted, tweeted out about how when she was in Singapore, she went to the bookstore and she bought a book. It was a really expensive book and it had a misprint. And so she went back to the store and they gave her money back. And they took all the other books off of the shelves because that's how they do it. And I'm like, what? They didn't mark it up and try to sell it to the marks, dude? Like, really? Yes. That's how the business is supposed to work. Your husband wasn't supposed to take his fucked up books, slap a stamp on them, and sell them. You were supposed to pulp them, bitch. And before I get into all of the FanFest stuff, or even the Peter Samedi stuff, I have a small little treat. Just a little one. But first I have to get rid of this, because it just doesn't work otherwise. And now I have to find it again, and oh my god. Here we go. Now somebody later on tonight will probably be e-fapping fucking Liam. It'll probably be Risey. You know, that seems to be his new job. Right? Right?
You've got no idea how bad you've fucked everything up. Or, actually, since 90% of you cunts are on Kiwi farms, maybe you know exactly what you fucking did. Maybe you know exactly what you fucking did, and that was always the plan, right? Everyone was getting along. It was nice. It was fucking nice. People had a fucking sense of civility and decency and weren't doing gay ops against my fucking family. When all I need to do is send one fucking email with the 14 or 15 fucking dozen instances of you confessing to be in violation of what it is, the video of you talking with your, oh, by the way, I've got this too, buddy, of you saying that your mother, who's also a real estate agent, trolls with you and enables you to do so. I'm not going to just hit you, mate. I'll hit your fucking mother too. All of you cunts, for every single time you're using fucking racial slurs and attacking the African-American community or going off about the fucking Jews or whatever it is you want to fucking do this week. I got a fucking Word document, mate. I've got a Word document. And all I got to do is click fucking send and I will destroy your life. So I need you to understand real quick, you fucking little retard. You little fucking retard. That you think that you're a fucking big heavyweight, big brain, right? But you're a fucking idiot. And you can get fined up to $15,000 per instance of violation for what you signed. And I can prove you are who you say you are. I can prove it in a court of law. I can prove it to your real estate friends. I can prove it to the people that are going to issue those fines. There's other stuff too. And like I said, I've already handed shit into the police. More threats from you? Saying, hey, you've been going into my Patreon and pulling exclusive Patreon content out to post everywhere, paid content? I told you not to do that shit. I told you to be professional. I told you to leave me alone. You want to know why JDA doesn't fuck with me anymore? You're about to find out. All it takes me is one fucking press of a button to undo your whole fucking life. I didn't even fuck with you every single fucking day and sit there and rub my tiny little dwarf dick to images of you fucking doing exercise or whatever the fuck it is this week. Ethan told you to fuck off me, right? Everyone told you to get the fuck off me, but you wouldn't. But if you want to learn what it's like to have someone fuck with you, if you want to get some of it back, keep this gay shit up.
Liam got a little upset. Yeah. I think what he mentioned kiwi farms in his little rant. So I went and I checked. I hadn't been on kiwi farms in I don't know how long, but apparently Prime is still active on the Liam thread, and so a whole bunch of stuff was released. And part of the reason I thought about this was a couple of days ago I saw something on Dark Gifts Twitter. I guess Liam was talking about some guy who was doxing his house as his Twitter profile, as his profile pic. And I was like, well, what account? Like, what is this about? So he shows me the account, and I'm like, bruh, that's Liam's front door, not his back door. And, you know, I think Grift was a little surprised. But it actually was Liam's house. So someone is kicked up, probably Prime, or even Ein, but most likely Prime, has kicked up going after Liam again. And they showed everything that I haven't shown, that I knew about Liam, from where he's living to proof that the farm isn't his, like all this stuff I've been saying. And so Liam is angry. And Liam is lashing out. And how do I put this? So Liam sending the crown after Dean and I, complete and total bullshit. Liam gonna sue Matt Barr, complete and total bullshit. Liam holding something over JDA, complete and total bullshit. But I believe Liam has been pushed to the point. I'm not saying this is correct. I am not making excuses for Liam. All I know is Sin better be fucking ready to be a DoorDash driver. That's all, like, honest to God. Sin better have a second fucking vocation set up and being thought about. Because literally, this requires nothing for other people. This will cost Liam nothing. Because all he has to do is send one letter. He doesn't have to get a lawyer. He doesn't have to call the fucking cops. He doesn't need a police report. He just needs to send one letter. And he's angry enough to do it. And he's crazy enough to do it. And I tried fucking warning y'all. I tried to warn you, Sin. But you didn't listen. And I'm not going to be surprised if sometime next week we're hearing about Sin and his real estate license being in jeopardy. Bruh, everything. You knew about this. You knew about it. And that's why you hid who you were. Like, you knew you couldn't say some of the shit you were saying on the internet. Which is why when your docs first came out, while we were still Googling, you were disappearing off of the internet. I forgot, yeah. When it dropped the first time around, we were looking into it, and the links were literally disappearing because you called someone and paid someone and denied that it was you. Because of the basic contract you signed to have the license that allows you to live the life you live. Yeah, nobody likes a rat, Big Daddy, but it's Liam. He doesn't care if people like him anymore or not. DED is gonna be Sin's career if he continues to poke the bear that is Liam. I am just saying. And you know it's all you all know it's true. Like every single one of you sitting in that chat, you all know it's true. Yeah, Cecil, you're right, Morg. Cecil did handle his docs way better. I think he pretty much ignored the fact that his docs came out. If you're smart, you ignore the fact that your docs came out. You don't hop on a stream and bitch about it. You don't moan about it. You don't say that ain't me when it obviously is. You just go about your business and pray to God that you don't go to work the next day and have the voicemail full of people giving you shit and trolling you in real life. That was my biggest fear, actually, over being doxxed. That I'd go into work the next day and like the phone wouldn't stop ringing or the voicemail would be full. None of it happened, of course, obviously, because it rarely ever happens. But, you know, you handled it really wrong. so wrong. So from Liam to Peter Samedi, I don't know if you guys saw, I don't have the original tweet. Peter is, he went private, but he put out a tweet about how one of the guys working on the book, I want to say it's Blood Moon King Cryptid, is quit. And he just doesn't know what he's gonna do. This could just be the end of everything. Everything. And this is one of the guys on the book. Let me go ahead and open this up where I can see it to make it a little bit bigger for myself. So, this is Kira Covington Comics. He says that it's not Rob's fault, that he had reached out about payment for completed Blood Moon pages and got no response. Rob stepped in because he wanted to make sure I was being paid, and he freaked out on him. That's what started all of this. And then, like I said, Peter Samedi went private. I have some of the replies in here, and they're probably all a little bit out of order, but you'll get the general gist of the conversation. Here at Covington Comics also says, I also did know you wanted Rob to write half the book and color everything for free. What happened to the campaign money, Pete? That is a question a lot of people ask in these corner of the internet. A lot of people, way too many people, end up asking that very same question. And then he said, I'll just eat the 27 pages of work I've already turned in. If you refund all the backers on the Blood Moon campaign, I just solved everything. And of course, there's another little reply by Pete. And then we've got this, where he says, right, Pete, I'm the one that started posting on here all day. You've been on here for hours trying to score pity points from everyone. You act like we torpedoed the project, and all you had to do was pay the artist. Now, this reply I do have from Pete Smetty, where he says, so I guess you didn't get the email on Wednesday where I told you I'd pay you $400 a month, your newly demanded 5-page rate that you just came up with, until I got you squared away? Boy, I must be some kind of monster expecting everyone to do what they originally agreed to. This is posted on March 28th. So today is the first, so this would have been last Wednesday when he says he sent this email. Actually, that is the day that the email was sent. Here, I'll show you. I should probably make myself a little bit smaller. Let me get down here in the corner so you can see the whole thing. So here emails Pete on Wednesday the 25th, and he says, hey, Pete, I understand your frustration at having financial difficulties right now. I'm in a similar situation. It's been a mess for the last few years. I agree we had a deal that I would front load the pages and get paid in a lump sum after completion, and that worked on the first book. But the second book took 1.5 years to get paid out. That's why I started a 5 pages work payout plan on all new work. It just keeps me from getting too deep in on projects. I have no issue with working with you guys. It's always been enjoyable. But I've missed a few jobs because I told them I've already committed to Blood Moon and KC-10. I thought we would have started these books last year. I skipped Cole King's project and just did a cover. All that being said, I'm just not financially able to front load so much work without pay coming in. I've been doing handyman work on the side just to find a little extra cash, lol. I'm fine with halting the BM project till we get all caught up on pay. I already read the script a few times and started doing some layouts and new pages so we can jump right back in when the time comes. Hopefully you and Rob work out your issues. It's business. I figure it always revolves around money. Maybe we can all jump on a conference call or stream and hash out the issue. I've always found it easier to talk face to face. I hate back and forth texting of emails. Let me know what you guys think. So this was a group email, which I just realized because I'm an idiot. Actually, I just skimmed it. So here's part of it. So Pete, quite handily, I think, managed to not show when he actually sent the reply. I don't know if that was on purpose. I don't know if that was on accident. But it does make it a little sussy. Just saying. This is what Pete says. Thanks for letting me know what's going on. I appreciate it, and I know all too well how much it sucks. Pay for every 5 pages isn't a bad idea. Maybe we can work out a $400 payment next month, late April, and then another in May, and so on until caught up with the 27 pages owed. This way, you can still get something, and it'll be easier to work with that given my current situation. Okay, so he's already done 27 pages and hasn't seen anything from it. All right? And Pete's telling him, well, we'll just wait. We'll just wait until the end of this month, because it's now April, and I'll be able to get you some money then. And then I'll be able to get you some more money. And then we'll get caught up eventually. While you're still doing pages, please, for your 5-page rate. As far as passing on other jobs, I'm really sorry to hear that. I don't want you to do that again. Though, please always let me know if something like that happens so I can iron out a schedule with you that works so you can take on other work that will most likely pay you immediately sooner than what I currently do. There's been a lot of reasons for delay on KC and BM. I'm hoping we can get things back on track. I don't know what the future will bring, but I do want to finish these projects at the very least, even if it takes more time. It's good to hear that you're mapping things out for the second half. I appreciate you putting that effort in despite the current situation. So this book is not moving forward at all. Right? At least from like Pete's perspective, is just kind of backburnered. This guy's done 27 pages and hadn't gotten paid, and it took him a year and a half to get paid last time. But it's everybody else's fault except for Pete's. Yeah. Thing is, I think I'm a little bit... I've never been a huge fan of Pete Sametti. There, I said it. I've never been a gigantic fan of Pete Sametti. It was when he decided to kind of be ComicsGate, but not really ComicsGate. I don't know if any of you all remember that, but he did. There was this time at the beginning, I'm not CG. No, I'm not ComicsGate. And then he was having some business issues, and he just saddled right on up as close as he could get to Ethan and ComicsGate, and then kind of just slid away again. And I get, you're going to go where audience is, but he didn't do it in a way like, I'm just trying to do business. It was more like a, hey, hail ComicsGate kind of way that I really didn't like. Morg remembers. Yeah, Cherry was always right, Morg. No matter what it was, Cherry was always right. And you should never, ever air this shit in fucking public. Ever. I get he was hurt. He could have just put up a post, said, we are parting ways, this book is over, we will be refunding backers, whatever. Just professionalism. Not this it was such a plaintive tweet, and I wish I had the original, but it was so plaintive and just, woe is me, and I'm just being stabbed in the back and stabbed in the front all at the same time. Just don't do that on the internet. Why do they do that? It makes absolutely no sense. So, you want other people to hate them because you don't like them right now? Ooh. Oh God, that was awful. That wasn't even grammar. It wasn't even English. I think I was trying to read the chat at the same time. But seriously, I just don't... It's like watching Ethan and Shane and John do those streams where it's might as well just be like a Discord VC or a backstage hangout as they iron out how this stupid Kings United shit is gonna work. And speaking of, that is where we are heading next. Yeah. Oh, I enjoy the sad posting and e-begging too, Snuggie. That was sarcasm. I really just... why are we not at the point where we get professionalism? They've tried everything else and nothing else has worked for them. But they still can't just try putting it all behind them and being professionals. Which includes this motley crew. The ComicsGate for the Fans Fest. So, to give you an idea here of what's been going on with the ComicsGate for the Fans Fest, I made an attempt earlier before the stream started to access the web page on Fund My Comic. And I got 404'd. Yeah. I got 404'd. But what led us to the 404? Oh, man. 7 fucking years. 7 years of Ethan talking about CG Con. Granted, like, he stopped talking about it for a while because he realized it was a stupid idea. And then some guy named Matt Rummer hears of CG Con. He's at a con. He thinks, oh, this is really fucking cool. We should do a con for ComicsGate. We should do that ComicsGate con. I can do that ComicsGate con for him. I can. Yeah. So, months. We're still hearing about the For the Fans Fest. I got this guy. This is what he does. He does cons. He's a professional. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about. This is going to be so fucking awesome. The ComicsGate For the Fans Fest. 3 Fs. So yes, you will get fucked 3 different times before the weekend is over, and not in a good way. Not in a good way at all. So we're going to head back a couple of weeks. This is Matt Rummer on Katie Did's channel. I know. I'm sorry. It's Katie Did.
What is going on since the last? I know originally you last time you were on here, you had a location, and then we're not at that location anymore. I'm going to let you have the floor. So things have changed since last time.
Yeah, so we were originally supposed to be at the Borgata, which, by the way, doesn't do Comic-Cons anymore. They, years ago, had some issues. And the only reason we were able to get it is because my family run the biggest food, beer truck, craft beer festivals, food truck festivals. We run the biggest mac and cheese festival in the country.
He runs a mac and cheese festival, people. No. I'm sorry. His family runs the largest mac and cheese festival in the country. Not him.
Done business for pretty much the city in AC with shows for like 20 plus years.
His family has done shows for 20 plus years.
At one point, it was going to be a family venture, with the full backing of everything. But the Eric July shit pretty much had my family take one look at that and go, fuck no. So,
Thanks, Eric.
Okay, so I like how you glossed over that, right? The Eric July shit. Which Eric July shit specifically did you mean? Did we mean the Eric July getting hassled at his place of business shit? Did we mean when Riley got taken off to the clink in front of their get-together? Mom said, oh, fuck that shit. We're not going to have someone like that come to our little gathering of food trucks? Maybe. Most likely. Maybe the man's mother saw 2 years of fucking Ethan doing nothing but talking smack about Eric July. I don't know. But Mama dipped and said, fuck no. The family ain't doing it. You want it? You're on your fucking own. And this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. It's the family's business. It's not his business. He's got a different job doing something else.
Well, it's like, hey, I have this business plan put together. I think there's a shot here to, get our feet wet in this. And then they're like, oh, my mother's the, third generation. So it started my grandparent, who these people are. What is this? And then she starts looking at it and she goes, whoa, what's all this bullshit? What's going on online? These are the two biggest draws. But now I looked into them and all they do is talk shit about each other. And, so it's really me taking a step forward to actually be able to contribute something. Went to
Whoa, did you hear that? Eric July and Ethan Van Sciver are the two biggest draws in his business plan. Okay. So, like, his original idea was to have some sort of Rippaverse, or what? Did he think he was going to get Eric July to show up at the CG for the Fans Fest? I don't know. I don't even think he knew.
negotiated them for months, and then the short version of it is a bunch of jackasses called up and pretended to be other conventions through every freaking thing they possibly could under the sun about being Nazis and a right-wing movement and bigots and horrible things, and they threatened the hotel, and my sales rep got fired or quit. They won't tell me. And pretty much I spent 2.5 hours. I thought I was going to drop the deposit off to pay for the con, and instead I had like a 2.5 hour argument with Daniel, who's the GM. I was pretty heartbroken. But when you have family that's around, my mother, believe it or not, of all people, was like,
why would we not believe it? Because she didn't want anything to do with the con. He uses way too many words when he talks, and most of them are just stupid. But yeah, his mom, which, as Aldous says, is all you really need.
oh yeah, why don't you reach out to like the Bureau of Tourism and Events for AC? And so I did, and I told them what happened. They were mortified, and they sent my RFP to every hotel in AC. I pretty much got at this point we had the deposit, so I can reveal everything to you guys.
Okay.
So I'm literally the call I'm waiting for at some time in the afternoon is legitimately the event coordinator to for the table setups and the cloth and the stage and all that. We're going back and forth on how much stuff I need. They said sure, and we did a full walkthrough a few weeks back. At this point, Ethan bailed at the last minute.
Ethan wasn't even involved enough to go to the walkthrough at the hotel. It's right down the street from his house. It's only an hour and a half, couple hour drive, right? But he couldn't be asked to go to the walkthrough for his big fucking event. Because they're working hand in fist, people. Working hand in fist.
Sucks too, because they comped us rooms and comped our food and everything. They really want.
Oh, thank you, Crypto. He says CG only exists at this point because Vicky keeps propping them up with these streams. You are so sweet. So, how you doing anyway?
This event there. So, yeah, so we're 16th through the 18th at Harrah's in Atlantic City. But due to assholes, I can't just open my website like I originally intended. Next wave will be the contracts, and I'm literally waiting on Ethan to tell me when to go live with the live for the crowdfunds, which I think we're doing on Fund My Comic at this point. I have all the tiers. I have all the tiers worked out. Now, mind you, like John and Ethan do their bits and stuff. I don't know how serious they are with their crap, but
all right, so the guys doing their bits thing, he brings this up like way too often, almost as often as I'm an introvert. Who the fuck cares if you're an introvert, bruh? Like, nobody gives a shit. But so he's gonna go around and he's gonna do the marketing and sell the tickets for this, and he's gonna be the one telling people, the real story about what the con is going to be, how much it's going to cost, what is going to be going on, while Ethan and John can go ahead and say whatever the fuck they want? Dude, you're not the one selling the con. Ethan and John are selling the con. And if somebody shows up there and Ethan says this was gonna happen and this doesn't happen, you are fucked. You are fucked. Not Ethan. Ethan isn't ever gonna get blamed. You will get blamed. You can't just dismiss John and Ethan and their performative bullshit surrounding this. Because it will screw you in the end. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna get to that in a second, like how this kind of shit screws them. But let me finish this video here.
I'll run those.
Basically, if it's not coming from you,
yeah,
don't just like it could be a bit. So just pay attention to what this man is saying as well.
Yeah, like you know, I'm in contact with all the kings pretty much all the time. I plan to release comic books. I've been writing and doing shit for years, working in industry, which is you know, as an artist myself, is a pain in the fucking ass. You know, it's funny being an introvert and talking to introverts, and then like you know, trying to be like, can you just freaking message me? Can we just like, come on? But yeah. So
well, what I was saying was, so there's people out there that are having speculations about FanFest, like, oh, well, this has been planned for 7 years or more, and it never falls through. And so the other thing that they say is, well, if it's for the fans fest, if it's for the fans, then why does the fans have to pay? And I don't know if you probably have heard that. Some people say that. I would like to give you an opportunity to answer that for those that are saying that, because I
That's
have
a dumb complaint.
who's
It's a
Who's
party.
the dumbass saying that?
It's
You
a
have to pay
party.
for-
it's a couple of people who, you know.
So
okay.
one Ethan and John's you know chicanery is you know, not making it any better, you know.
The Emperor Suite.
Yeah, no, all that stuff. By the way, I got John's suite for free. Okay, like no one's paying shit for that. Going out on a limb doing this. This is like not a thing that's guaranteed to succeed. This really requires all of us to make it great. And you know, like a lot of people in the industry don't want us to have a shot at having something where we can connect with fans. And
Yeah, it's obvious where you got the calls from the last place. People, you know, doing that shit. It's very obvious.
So the crowdfund one gives us a really cool brand because, and again, the short answer is it costs a lot of money to rent this place and do it. And if you want all the people in CG, and a lot of them don't have money, a lot of them do have money, but a lot of the people who do have money are the type of people that go to cons for free. Like,
Excuse me? Really?
Billy Tucci doesn't pay for booth. Graham.
Billy Tucci doesn't pay to table at cons? Bruh, have you told Billy Tucci that? Because I'm pretty sure he'd laugh right in your fucking face.
Nolan doesn't pay for booth, so I have to eat that cost, you know, and trying to eat $50,000, you know, to give you guys an experience is not something any company is just going to be able to handle, especially because I'm stepping away from my family's company. I plan to release comic books. I've been writing and doing shit for years, working in industry. We just got to get through this one, and if everything goes right and I can land all the people I'm in the process of landing, we will become the premier independent Comic-Con. The premier book for indie places. If you have an indie comic and you want to fucking sell it, this will be the con to go to. This will be the spot.
Will it? For who? ComicsGate? The banquet dinner is what is this? The stupid Wizards award show. That's all ComicsGate. Literally, there is not a single solitary book on there that is not a ComicsGate book. So why would anybody want to show up for that weekend who isn't ComicsGate and fork over $200 for the dinner? Who? Nobody. There's nobody outside of ComicsGate that will be interested in tabling at your con. What kind of get do you think you're going to get? There are no mainstream pros out there who aren't already in ComicsGate who are going to fucking show up for the Fans Fest for ComicsGate. It's a party. Is it a con? Is it a party? Is it just sitting around poolside at night? What panels? Because this guy says, hey, email me at this Gmail address because I can't put up the website. Why? I can't put up the website because of the detractors? Huh? What are they going to do to your fucking website? What are they going to do? Overwhelm your email contact us if you want a table at the con? What, that's not going to happen when you give your Gmail out across various streams? For the fanfest at gmail.com. By the way, people, just so you know. Just so you know. Not putting up the website has limited your SEO. You're fucked on the web. You're not going to get it from Fund My Comic. A little bit. But you need more than just Fund My Comic. You should be running Facebook ads. You should have a trailer and have a YouTube ad running across everybody that does anything connected to fucking comics. That website should have been up last year. Last year. It's April. October. You scheduled this con for the week after New York Comic Con. What the fuck? Everybody will be broke because they were in fucking New York seeing real comic book pros. They're going to be in New York, maybe seeing Ripa, seeing Mart Brooks, Gail Simone, possibly PTP, because he's going to be trying to sell people on the Book of Enoch. I don't know. But everybody who goes to conventions, which isn't really people in ComicsGate that much. And right now, your ComicsGate audience that you're relying on to go purchase tickets is the fucking sector. It's mostly the sector. They don't go to fucking Comic Cons. They don't do that shit. What the fuck are you thinking? What the fuck were you thinking? Obviously not at all. The piss poor planning. Goodness. So, he was waiting to hear back, I guess, from a Luke Stone. However, I've been told, well, that was from Ethan. Ethan said that Matt was waiting to hear back from Luke Stone, but I have heard that Luke Stone has kind of stepped away from Fund My Comic. So obviously he just meant Fund My Comic. And he had it up there. I guess it was the not quite finished campaign page, but which we all got to see when it went live. And they checked it out on Malin Stream.
I put the link in the private chat. I can't tell if that's live or not.
Yeah, I mean, let me see your thing.
I got it.
I think he's waiting.
So good, dude. And he knows how to draw boobs, which not everyone
33
can.
days to go. Started on. It looks live to me.
It does.
No, because it's 0 raised.
Yeah, but we haven't done anything.
it-
Like,
Zero
nobody's
backers.
Yeah,
Okay.
It can't be live because it hasn't made any money is the greatest John Malinism. It just encapsulates everything there is to know about John Malin. That's how fucking stupid he is. So fucking stupid.
Well, try to buy it. I bet you can't. I bet you can't.
Well, Fun My Comics kind of weird, so I bet you it's not live. 33
If this thing is
days left
launched
to go.
Looks
and
live.
nobody knows about it, that's a terrible way of launching.
Well, I mean, this is the thing. Like, he's like, well, I gotta wait for Luke to like let me know that
hey,
it's live.
dude, who's this guy?
Okay, so according to Dark Gift Comics, I saw this on his Twitter. He says that when you fill out all of the fields in Fund My Comic to put your comic up on their website, you have a choice of a date, and you enter the date you want the campaign to go live. Now, I don't know if good old Matt was still waiting to hear from Fund My Comic, and they went ahead and it went live because he'd been waiting past the day that he was planning to originally launch it. Maybe he thought launch date was an optional variable field. I am not quite sure. I just know that Matt fucked something up somewhere along the way, or that campaign wouldn't have been live.
Who's doing this?
Matt.
Can you spell my name right? Matt?
Well, it's fucked up.
Don't make me ask for an upgrade on my room. Nobody else's name is misspelled except mine.
That's funny. Yeah, you're right about that. Nobody else's name.
Yeah,
It's
well,
you.
he kind of fucked up on me. He's got a picture of Mange, but it says Shane Davis.
You are Mange, you stupid motherfucker. You are him. He is not a different person. What the fuck?
Oh.
I'm full.
Where
of
is
good
Mandy
ideas.
Summers? Mandy Summers needs to be listed there. Mandy
Is she
Summers
going?
is a huge star. Yes, she's
She's
definitely
a
going.
huge star.
Where's
Yeah.
Dale Keown?
Yes, if they're not.
Okay, how the fuck, after all these years, does Ethan not know that Dale Keown cannot come to the United States? This is not new. Like, everybody knows that Dale Keown is unable to cross that border because he has charges in Canada, and we're like, nah, sorry, you can't come.
Well, Dale probably isn't going to be there, so you probably don't want to put Dale Keown there because he has problems getting into the U.S.
Even John knew.
We got this whole other set of pictures of or representations of. Yeah, why don't we have fucking Vasily? Well, I don't know if Vasily's going. Liam Gray.
I don't know if Vasily's going. From Greece? He's gonna hop on a flight, come for 3 days, pay for it himself. Dude made how much on his campaign? Huh? I don't even think he made $20,000.
Mandy Summers. Who else would get up on here? Who else is going?
I don't know.
I don't know if Liam Gray should go. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I demanded it. I put it in my
Oh.
writer. I said Liam Gray needs to be there.
What's going on with that? What's going on with that? What's going on? I can't keep up with every fucking stream. What's going on?
I don't know, man. Liam
Shane,
like
all you gotta do is
retired.
listen.
Yeah, it's different every day with Liam, but Liam right now is retired. But he placed a lot of hope on winning the cover contest for Dino King 2, and he got knocked out pretty quickly by Vasilis. Actually, Vasilis destroyed his dreams.
Vasilis, who should either have not been on that stream or should have been disqualified from the competition, along with Von Klaus, who shouldn't have been entered in the first place.
Yeah, so Come
No,
on.
no, no. It's not
Bacillus?
volunteer to cover it somehow. It's like I don't think
No,
it's
you're
that.
going to be flown in. You're not going to pay for shit. You're
Yeah,
going
yeah,
to
I know.
be
Yeah,
flown in your hotel. We're going to feed you. I'm going to feed you steaks. I'm going to show you American food. We're going to have a good time. I'm telling you right now, Bacillus. Okay? You're coming to my country. We're going to take care of you.
$80.
Okay. So, keep in mind here, according to Matt in the last clip, he would be in the hole for $50K. The campaign was for 20. So that's got to pay for the room, the ballroom, for 3 days. At least, yeah, 3 days. Plus Ethan's room, plus John's room that I just got John. John's got his room for free is bullshit. Plus now, you'll have to pay for Shane, Yanzi, Mandy, and also pay to have Vasily flown in from Europe for $20K. Keep in mind, that $20K also covers the cost of the banquet. When Matt said just ignore everything Ethan and John say about this, like, why doesn't he just say, just don't say that shit out loud?
T-shirt 3-pack. Get one each of the event exclusive T-shirts with art from the following kings. You can even get it signed at the con. Dan Lawless, Joe Sontag, Vasily Lotus. They're not showing anybody else's art.
So according to Matt, Vasily has to be there so he can sign the fucking T-shirt. Now, he doesn't show all 3 designs. He only shows the one same logo by Dan Lawless on the entire site. That's it.
Fine.
Well, you didn't do one. It's Dan Lawless, Joe Sontag, and Vasilis
Where's my
Lolos.
T-shirt? Well, you didn't do a
$100 King United print. Really?
Oh.
Limited run for the Fans Fest Convention Kings
Great idea.
United print. Did we okay that? Or?
Yes,
I've
did
never
just
heard
now.
of this. I've never heard of it either. Like, okay.
So they all have to sign the posters, but he didn't bother telling them that they were going to be signing posters. The picture, which I'm hoping is big enough, is actually the triptych cover that was supposed to go to C2E2. Because Matt couldn't get a hold of the completed cover that Ethan already finished, that I believe is colored, that he may have even shown on his X account. He couldn't have said, hey, Ethan, I'm putting together the campaign page. Can I get the actual fucking cover that you did, that we're turning into a poster that everybody's going to sign, even though they don't know about it? I know on Indiegogo you can't change the perks once, you just can't. When that's it. Like, what the fuck? Why? There's an actual picture available of what it is, and he shows the C2E2 covers.
Good morning. Glad you're here, Tank. We're actually going over the.
So this is the day after. Before we get to that, I'm gonna show you the webpage. Actually, because I archived that motherfucker. Yeah, I'm a little anal retentive. So we have the For the Fans Fest. The Comic-Con crowdfunded by the fans for the fans. This was archived yesterday, and it had raised $1,610. That $10 is the $10 they raised overnight after it was on John Malin's stream, because they were really selling this shit. For 10 years, the independent comic scene has continued to grow and create an incredible online space over social media. Our goal is to bring this cultural movement of untapped and unshackled creativity directly to the fans. By backing this campaign, you will get an early access to this one-of-a-kind comic and toy convention and obtain limited-run collectibles before our website opens to the general public. This is the website he told you they aren't opening for a while because detractors. Okay. Boy. You're not getting... You are not getting early access to the comic and toy convention by buying a ticket for the day that the con is on. That's not what early access is. You are getting a chance to buy a ticket. This campaign funds a weekend-long event, October 16th through 18th at Harrah's Resort and Casino in the heart of Atlantic City, New Jersey. The convention will take over this hotel with the very first Warlock Comic Awards banquet, along with 2 great days of live streams. Live streams and panels from the very best in the indie comic book scene, while our exclusive comic and toy convention floor will be open for all the fans. Bruh, you have 7 comic book people listed, and one of them won't even have his own table. Unless Mike Barron gets to bring his Ripasend books. So you're the best professionals in the business. A week-long party and celebration with Ethan Van Sciver, Billy Tucci, Graham Nolan, John Malin, Shane Davis, Mandy Summers, Shant and Jetty, Andy Smith, Mike Barron, Vasilis Lolos, and many, many more. Did anybody ask Vasilis if he was showing up? Anybody? So, for $100, you get access to both days of the event, and you get the exclusive room rate. This is something I want to talk about real quick, this whole room rate thing. The dipshits over in More Campaign are all over Twitter talking about how they're running a scam on the hotel rooms. Now, Ethan did make a comment about how it's Ethan's fault. Like, don't get me wrong. The reason they're going with this narrative is because Ethan had made a comment on stream that I think I played you guys a few weeks ago about how they were getting a block of rooms and they would rent people the rooms at a rate higher than the rate that they got them from the hotel. Well, that's not how any of this works at all. So it's scammy and it's scummy and it's the kind of thing Ethan would say on a live stream. It shouldn't be said on a live stream because it makes you look like a total piece of shit. Now they are selling, you can get a convention room rate from Harrah's if you're going to the con. I would assume that they'd be sending you like the code. However, you really kind of want to, reserve your rooms now. Now. But there is no kickback. You rent your room from the hotel. You're not renting your room from Matthew Rummer. Because that would just be, oh my God, would that be a mess of liability? What a mess of fucking liability that would be. Because Matt Rummer would be on the hook for any damage done to any of those rooms because he would be the one getting them from the hotel. And that subleasing thing probably doesn't work with hotel rooms like it doesn't work with booths at C2E2. How do I know you're not buying your ticket, your hotel room from the promoter of the event? Because we just made reservations for Heroes Con. And no, I did not contact the nice little man who sent me my ticket to get my fucking hotel reservation. That was done through the hotel front desk. Anyway, if anybody's going to be at Heroes Con, we're getting in on Friday night. We'll be there through Tuesday. But yeah. So there's that. There's those fucking retards. God. And that was just that. Anyway, so let's go ahead and we're going to find out what Matt has to say about what happened with the campaign.
I put the link
Whoops,
in the
hold on.
private chat.
It started it over again, which was fucked up. It wasn't supposed to do that. I did not have it set to start over again. But you're going to have to listen to them for a minute, I guess.
Good morning. Glad you're here, Tank. We're actually going over the Fans Fest, and guys, definitely check this out. Now, Matt, walk us through the Fans Fest. Now, as last I heard, it was kind of like what happened with John Mayland. I was streaming my show one morning, and I think I was actually doing a random stream, and his campaign went live while I was streaming, so we pulled it up and we promoted it, and now I hear that's what happened to you, so I wanted to
Yeah.
that's all I've got an update of, so.
Yeah, so one, as you know, my mother was in that car accident, and so I've kind of been
Yeah.
picking this slack up, doing this, like, pretty much doing her load of the work as well.
What does it have to do with the For the Fans Fest, bruh? You made a commitment. Your mom's not working on this. So you're doing her job. Probably not very well. So you're helping out mom, and and you sort of let the For the Fans Fest thing fall to the side? Because that's what it sounds like you just said. It all fell to the side. I wasn't paying any fucking attention, and suddenly, yeah, Aldous, apparently he actually still lives with his mother. From what I've been able to gather, Matt lives in mommy's basement. And he's the one who's been entrusted with the For the Fans Fest.
And so this campaign, we were pretty much waiting and trying to get it approved. We kind of thought maybe some of the payment stuff maybe wasn't correct because, I've never used Fund My Comic. I don't know the ins and outs of it. I know Indiegogo, and, it just for a while, like we were in there, I think for like almost 6 weeks waiting on them to respond on anyway. And then
Yet another reason not to use Fund My Comic. Can you imagine waiting 6 weeks for the response? And I bet you're not getting any feedback, right? That's just based on what I have heard from other people, that they're just really bad at that kind of thing over at Fund My Comic. But you are more than welcome to use them for your campaign.
And they did, and then we were approved, and I think at like 1 a.m, it's like, oh, you're approved. By the way, it's live. And I'm like, that would.
So that thing probably should have launched weeks ago. I bet you the date that he put was probably like a month ago. And so when it launched, when it got approved, it just auto launched because it was past the date that it was supposed to launch in the first place.
Wouldn't have been a problem other than the fact that so like when I'm at work and I'm not able to do stuff, my wife, and she hires and uses this neighbor girl who's supposedly good with social media stuff, and she kind of went through and had a lot of stuff misspelled, like stuff I had correct, like John Malin.
His wife hired a neighbor girl to help her out when he's out of town, and he let the neighbor girl put together, or at least fuck with, the campaign page. Well, that kind of fucking explains everything, doesn't it? Did you guys know that all of the merch that you buy on this campaign page is not being sent to you? You're supposed to pick it up at the fucking con? About half of the physical perks actually, it says, including shipping, but there is no shipping. You're supposed to pick it up at the con. Why the fuck would you limit something like that? Why are you not sending shit out through the mail? Why are you not sending stuff to people who can't go to the con, who may want the stupid fucking poster or your lame ass bottle opener? A bottle opener, dude. Like, why would you only be able to get it when you go and register for your ticket at the con? Like, what the fuck?
Name, she like went
Oh,
and corrected
no.
made it
What if I want the poster just to burn it and don't want to have to go to Atlantic City?
JOHN, stuff like that.
Oh.
so
And the teenage girl fucked with the campaign page? I don't even know if I believe it, actually. There was shit grammar all over the fucking thing. Like I said, there was items that aren't being shipped that said including shipping in the perk. There was all sorts of crap all over that page. Some of it got fixed, but a lot of it didn't. And I don't think it was some fucking neighbor girl. But that he thinks that's a better story than I did a shitty campaign page is gross and weird.
pretty much, went live in like the worst possible way it probably could have, which isn't what I wanted. Honestly, Friday is actually where we're actually looking to launch this.
Then why wasn't that the date you put when you put the campaign together and you had to fill out the back end to get it fucking towards approval? Why wasn't this Friday that date? Hello?
When I'll be on shows, we'll be with Ethan, everyone will be coordinated. But some people have already kind of come in and started purchasing stuff, which I'm eternally grateful for.
Yeah.
But so we pretty much just been tinkering with it, so it'll be up and off and on and off and on and off as pretty much at this point I just gotta lay in a few more pictures and update the shipping because on Fund My Comic you have to put every single location's shipping in.
You're not shipping anything. Why would you have to put everybody's location? Because you're not shipping anything. Maybe that's something Ethan said. Why the fuck aren't you shipping anything? And he's like, oh, maybe I should be shipping shit. Maybe we should actually ship shit. Dude. Once the fucking again. What is it? He said the campaign page will be up and down and up and down. You can edit the page while it's still up, you stupid little shit. And if you were waiting for 4 fucking weeks, why wasn't that page already on point? If you had 4 fucking weeks, why weren't you finding out who was actually going to be at your con? Why didn't you have graphics with their fucking names? Why didn't you have nice professional looking graphics with their names, maybe what they've done? Some work that they've been known for in the last year, or something they may actually be tabling. You could ask them these questions. Are you going to be tabling? And when you do, what books are you going to bring? I can put one of them up on the website. I can put it on the campaign page. Why didn't you show all 3 of the t-shirts people could buy? You sold them. 1, 2, 3. I could pick whichever one I fucking wanted, but I couldn't because I didn't know what the other 2 looked like. Why didn't you show the poster that you're actually going to fucking be selling? Why wasn't that in the campaign instead of just in the perks? Why did the campaign not mention what kind of choices you would get for your meal at the fucking banquet? Dude, your copy goddamn sucked. It should have been pages of you telling us what was going to be so great about this fucking thing. Here are your course choices for dinner. Like, why is that hard? Dude, I get it. You want to make a comic book. For some reason, you see this as some sort of in to fucking ComicsGate. It's like Cuckshed 2.0. Honest to God. And I'm so here to watch it fucking fall apart. It's gonna be so good. So good. I didn't think I had anything cute today to show you guys. So instead, we're gonna listen to this kid one more time.
Why do you want to be here? Why do you love space? Why do you love being a part of history?
We're going back to the frickin' moon, that's why.
Back to the fucking moon, you guys. Anyway, I am all done. I will leave you actually with Artemis going up into the sky because it's just fucking cool. I don't know when I'll be back. Sometime in the next, probably won't be more than 2 weeks. I know. I broke my fucking toe last week, and it made me so ugly that there was just no way on earth I could do this. Like, I couldn't concentrate on anything. It hurt like a motherfucker. I don't care what they say. The taping thing helped, but it still really fucking hurt. Oh, and this week, I almost didn't make it because I had to get a new mouse. My mouse died. And I was not editing videos with a shit mouse. I got this. This is not a paid promotion, but I got this Logitech Lift. It's one of these new vertical mouses, and oh my god, it is a goddamn game changer as far as my hand is concerned. You should try this. This is so... Yeah, the toe thing, it was all Rusty's fault. I got the bathroom and the kitchen, and my bathroom and kitchen, and then my Tana's place was getting painted, so the poor dog, he's locked in a crate all afternoon. And I take him out, and he's being so fucking good. He's not pulling like he usually does. He goes and he pees, he takes his shit, and I'm thinking, oh, dog. I said to him, Rusty, you've been in that box all fucking afternoon. We'll extend your walk because you're being so good. So what does he do? He yanks me. And he yanks me right into a pipe that's sticking out of the ground. My toe ended up I'm wearing flip-flops, of course, because it was 85 fucking degrees. My toe somehow got stuck inside the top of the pipe as I almost face planted into the concrete. And we made a beeline straight home as I'm limping down the street, bleeding every fucking where, swearing at the fucking dog. I took him out again later, before my entire foot, started swelling up and my toe turned purple. But really, you guys should try these little Lift Logitech mice, or at least a vertical mouse. If you have small hands, ladies, you should try it. It's made for smaller hands, and it's super fucking comfortable. Yeah, that meth pipe would have been dangerous, Thomas. Yeah. We don't do that around here. Nah. We leave that for other people. Anyway, on the way out, we're going to watch Artemis take off one more time, and I hope you all have a fabulous fucking week. Thank you very much for stopping by.
10, 9, 8, 7. RS-25 engines lit. 4, 3, 2, 1. Booster ignition. And liftoff. The crew of Artemis 2 now bound for the moon. Humanity's next great voyage begins.
Good roll pitch.
Roger, roll pitch.
Houston now controlling the flight of Integrity on the Artemis 2 mission around the moon.
Integrity, AMT high.
AMT high.
On time passing 30 seconds into the flights. Integrity passes the alternate beacon. Target milestone. Mission Control Houston seeing good performance on four main engines. Space Launch System core stage. Integrity, 3 miles in altitude. Traveling more than 1,200 miles per hour.